You're listening to KMNR Raleigh 89.7 FM.
Time right now is about 10:03 a.m.
Mr. Trump, one of the things people love about you is you speak your mind and you don't use a politician's filter. However, that is not without its downsides, in particular when it comes to women. You've called women you don't like fat pigs, dogs, slobs, and disgusting animals. Your Twitter account...
Only Rosie O'Donnell.
Good morning, listening to KMNR 89.7 FM, Raleigh, Missouri. This is Growing Pains, every Friday at 10 a.m. Let's get this show started. I'm going to mess with this audio. Been playing with it all week. So, how's everybody doing? Hopefully it's good. So, yeah, I got to make sure I keep doing this disclaimer and say the views and opinions expressed on this show are my own and should not reflect on the board of curators who hold our license. Cool. So, I got some guests in the studio today. You guys want to say hi real quick?
Hi, how's it going?
Yeah, state your name, date of birth, social security number, please.
Oh, yes, please. I'm Garrett, buddy of Mr. DJ over here.
Mr. DJ. I'm going with that forever. So, you got to speak into the mic, please. Actually, I don't even know if you have the right mic on. Let's do this one. So, speak up.
I'm Hannah.
Cool. So, I went to a concert last night with these wonderful folk, and so I figured, hey, why don't we bring them on the show and have some fun? So, I want to do the usual thing. I'll recap the news. Man, this volume is just a little high. That's better. So, as you all know, this week we had our last presidential election. I know I've been trying to avoid talking about this, but because I talked about it for 2 years on this show. Well, not this show, but the other show. And it was just, it's a lot. But we got to talk about it because it's getting out of control. Not out of control. I'm ready for it to be over. I honestly don't care who wins anymore. It would be just great to just have the drama be gone. It's getting out of control. Any comments, guests?
I agree 100%. It's just become a mess.
It is out of control.
For it to be done.
I'm ready to see news that doesn't revolve around.
That would be nice. Yeah. So, debate happened. I don't know who they called a winner. I don't even know if you can call a winner at a debate, really.
Yeah, I think
especially
it's either
these debates.
side picks who they think
Yeah.
their
Nobody
person.
really wins.
Nobody wins. Everybody loses. So there was fun times. I actually watched this one, and it was a lot. Like, I feel like I had to take a bath afterwards to decompress. Like, I was sweaty. Like, it was not good because that's how much I love democracy. Trump did his usual thing. Clinton did her usual thing. There really was not much out of the ordinary as far as that goes. I've got a little recap. I'll play that for you guys, and I guess we can talk about it a little bit and then move on because honestly, you guys don't want to hear about the presidential debate any more than I do, I would imagine. If you do, then
Go to a different show.
Go to a different show, please. Please go to a different show, please. So, we'll play this little clip real quick. Real quick,
I
like.
feel that by the end of this evening, I'm going to be blamed for everything that's ever happened.
Why not? Secretary Clinton, yes. Is that okay? Good. I want you to be very happy. She doesn't have the look. She doesn't have the stamina. I said she doesn't have the stamina.
As soon as he travels to 112 countries and negotiates a peace deal, a ceasefire, he can talk to me about stamina.
Our jobs are fleeing the country. NAFTA is the worst trade deal maybe ever signed anywhere, but certainly ever signed in this country. And now you want to approve Trans-Pacific Partnership.
First, we have to build an economy that works for everyone, not just those at the top.
Under my plan, I'll be reducing taxes tremendously. from 35% to 15% for companies, small and big businesses. It's going to be a beautiful thing to watch.
The kind of plan that Donald has put forth would be trickle-down economics all over again. I call it trumped-up trickle-down. He has really started his political activity based on this racist lie that our first black president was not an American citizen.
I think I did a good job.
Donald supported the invasion of Iraq.
Wrong.
That is absolutely
Wrong.
proved over and over again.
Wrong.
He actually had, or maybe he doesn't want the American people, all of you watching tonight, to know that he's paid nothing in federal taxes. That means zero for troops, zero for vets, because there's something he's hiding. And I think Donald just criticized me for preparing for this debate. And yes, I did. And you know what else I prepared for? I prepared to be president.
Whoa, drop the mic. Yeah, so that wasn't even the right one. I apologize. I couldn't find a recap for this most recent debate. But honestly, it's the same thing. Same thing. Man, we were just talking about it while I was playing. I really cannot. You can support Trump, whatever, but I cannot tolerate, or it irks me when he does it wrong.
It's just very
Wrong.
immature.
Hold on, I'm going to interrupt you. Just wrong. That is not a debate. This is not like commentary on your TV show, man. This is, please try to take us a little more seriously. Whatever. That's my complaint.
I agree with
I'll get
that.
flack for that, though.
No, I agree. I mean, it's supposed to be professional, and it always ends up out of hand within the first 15 to 20
Always.
minutes.
And they just ends up shouting over each other. And it's like, guys, come on. You're both like over 70.
Exactly.
Like, come on. If my grandma was acting this way, I would have to pull her aside. I would have to say something.
My grandma does act this way.
Great. But, okay, so I did actually, that reminded me, though, that whole debate thing and their policies, because they actually, this last debate, they did do a decent job. I got to give props to the guy on Fox News. Do you know his name? That was the moderator.
Moderator.
He has his own show on Fox News. I can't remember. But he did a great job. Great job trying to keep it, like, under control. He kept the crowd in check.
Which debate was it?
This most recent one.
Most recent? Yeah, I don't know his name.
I
mean,
forgot
not
his
off
name.
the top of my head.
I was impressed because, like, I mean, everybody hates Fox News. I'm not a big fan of Fox News, but this guy was he was asking very pointed questions towards both candidates, and I was like, sweet. Excuse me, he can get to the point. Very good. But they started talking about policy, and they talked about tax plans, healthcare, et cetera, and I did actually look up. There's these 2 10-minute videos by Hank Green, the Vlog Brothers. Perks of Being a Wallflower. What other books has he written? So Hank Green, whatever. There's these 2 Vlog Brothers. They like run a big conglomerate on YouTube. One of them, Hank Green, is kind of the artsy one, or whatever, and he does these like policy things, and he checks out both candidates' policies as unbiased as he can. And he did a piece on both of their healthcare plans and their financial policies, and it's a really good piece. I'll try to, when I eventually get these shows uploaded on YouTube, I'll put links in the description for those because it was very good. Pretty much to sum up, and it's not even like people are going to scream like, oh, it's biased, but there was, on both occasions, they had independent groups checking both candidates' policies, and Trump's financial policy, it lowers taxes, but you end up with a bigger deficit, and it doesn't really encourage growth. Hillary's is a little more thought out, and so it does encourage growth, and that's just the numbers. Like, you can't argue with that. His and her healthcare policies were very different, and once again, independents kind of agreed, like, yeah, Hillary's is better for the country. Like, Donald's is great for Republicans, like repealing the Affordable Care Act, great, but it doesn't fix any of the problems that now those people who rely on the Affordable Care Act would experience. Yeah. So, yeah, it's interesting to say the least. Go check those out. Hank Green, Vlog Brothers. I think it's just Vlog Brothers. He does his own thing. Very cool videos. Also, in the debate, the WikiLeaks thing, have you guys heard about all that?
A little bit here and there.
So like that's coming out, and I I'm torn on this because like I like NetSec, like I'm a security buff. I like stuff like that. I'm a fan of WikiLeaks. I'm a fan of Snowden more than WikiLeaks.
Oh, absolutely.
But I don't know. Everything Julian Assange does, I take with a grain of salt because the guy is kind of I don't know, he's not a power grab, but he definitely knows he's in the spotlight and he uses it.
Yeah,
and
he definitely uses it to his advantage.
Yeah, and the guy's got. And you can't really question this with people who even know who he is because a lot of them are like conspiracy types, like not like hardcore, but they at least believe a couple conspiracy theories, and it's like, yeah, because some of this stuff is just too rich. Like, okay, so he's holed up in the Ecuadorian embassy in London, right? Because London wants to charge him with like 3 counts of like sexual assault / rape or something like that. It's not fun. And he's like, well, I'm guilty. It's them trying to tarnish my name, conspiracy theory. But it's like, man, that's, if you're innocent, like Hannah and I talked about this. This guy is innocent, right? If he says he's innocent, he could do something like Kim.com did. Do you know who Kim.com is, that case?
No.
So
I don't actually.
The guy, he ran Mega Uploads, whatever. It was like a big torrenting site, and he's being charged with a lot of stuff. But he was able to. He's facing the music, and he was able to convince the judge to live stream his court case.
Okay.
So just to make sure that there's no bias in the courtroom, which I was like, that's a great idea. Like,
yeah.
Just doing like if you want to silence the conspiracy theory types, put a camera in there, and then the public can see. It makes sense. So Julian Assange could do the same thing and then clear up his name, but doesn't. And then the guy's not dumb. Like, I mean, he probably knows Kim.com. Like,
yeah, he's an intelligent guy, but
I don't know.
It's kind of strange.
I take everything he does, and like he times, like he's all about free and open internet and free and open information, but he releases information. Like, he controls the tap on the information. It's all he's done is, he's anti-establishment controlling information, but all he's done is just move the power a little bit into his hands.
Yeah.
So
I also feel like he's anti-Hillary Clinton.
he's anti-U.S.
specifically.
I don't think he likes America.
Yeah,
Like,
I agree with that.
Because for someone who's really open, like, yeah, everyone needs to know everything, transparency with our government, he hasn't released anything on any other candidate.
yeah.
He does, and I know there's information.
Yeah.
There's stuff out there. It's
Yeah,
not-
who else's emails got hacked besides the entire DNC?
Well, and that's a slippery slope too. To be
Yeah.
like, yeah, the public deserves to know what private emails are
Yeah.
being sent, and that's
It's a little too shady.
it's a slippery slope
Yeah.
to say that it's okay in one instance, and then
Yeah, like political ties aside, I don't know. That kind of the amount of involvement of third parties, like not third party like political parties, but third parties, outsiders in our political system this year, this election is getting concerning. And I don't even know if it's like malicious or it may even just be hearsay. Like, who knows? But it seems like, and I think this is going to be a continuing problem in the future because the internet is making everything different. It's changing the field, and well, I mean, going forward, we'll see what happens. I just think I don't like how he's strategically releasing these emails because it's not like he vets them. Like, WikiLeaks is notorious for like not checking through everything to make sure it's safe.
They
Like,
just dump.
They just dump, and so it's like, well, why are you just getting these emails in like chunks? Because I doubt that. I bet you got them all at once. Like, you just downloaded the server. Like, I don't know.
No, the way that it would seem and the way that it's been going so far is as we get closer and closer to the election, each week, every other week, there's another big dump of emails.
Yeah. Well, they're really trying to drag to like instead of trying to take Trump and elevate him up to like compete with Hillary, they're trying to drag Hillary down. Like, Hillary's
she's made of steel.
Yeah, she's made of steel. I mean, you can have your opinions on her, but I mean, as far as a politician goes, she's a higher caliber than Trump is, by far.
Just by
Well,
experience.
yeah, because she is a politician,
Yeah.
whereas Trump is
not.
is definitely not a politician.
Definitely not a politician. No, I actually read, because I was like, okay, everyone's going on about these WikiLeaks, like the emails, the Podesta emails. And I was like, all right, let's go check these out. And one, if anyone I was telling Hannah this. If anyone tells you like, oh, I read the WikiLeaks, I read them, they didn't. Like,
No.
there's like 400 pages of emails, and it's like a lot of it is just garbage. I read like 2 pages, and I was like, I'm good. Like, I don't care enough to, whatever, call me ignorant, but I don't care enough to dive in. And from what I was seeing, it was just like, I don't know. The news is trying to blow it up as like it's them.
Sorry.
It's them trying to, like, it's the DNC trying to like rig the election and take over. And what I saw, it was just like basic campaign strategy. Like they were planning press releases, and like people saw that they were like, yeah, we're gonna say this and this to Fox News, CNN, ABC, and people were like, I would read headlines like, DNC is doctoring news to major media, and it's like, I feel like it's just a press release, guys. Like, yeah, of course they're gonna be like, yeah, this is our message, we'll deliver it to these people. So I don't know. I have, however, seen in these leaked emails, though, a collaboration by the DNC to ensure Bernie Sanders didn't get the election. Like that, they're actually, I did read emails that were saying like there was a couple where the head, not the head, I don't know if she was the head, but she's high up, was like telling these couple super delegates that like, oh, I see that you flipped to Bernie Sanders. That's a real shame. Guess you're not going to be getting any campaign support this year. And like that, it's like, whoa, and it's not illegal.
It's
per se.
unethical.
It's
just unethical.
extremely
Yeah.
unethical. And like apparently there's other ones. I didn't read any other ones, but I've heard there's other ones. But that one I did read. That was there. There's other ones saying like that they were very much like Hillary Clinton is going to be our candidate. And it's like,
Democratic
man.
candidate.
So Bernie supporters got screwed, myself included. I was Bernie 2016. Whatever. So yeah, that's happening. I was going to talk about the whole Julian Assange's internet access got cut, and like they tweeted immediately. Did you see those?
Yeah,
They
I saw the
tweeted
series of tweets.
immediately, and they were like,
A state party.
a state party has cut our internet access. And I was like, how vague is that? And then all these news agencies started covering it, but
Yeah.
all they had to go off of was WikiLeaks tweet. And I was like,
That was it.
I was like, where's your, and then everyone was like, Hillary's coming. Man, have you seen, like, people are genuinely, like, they think Hillary's like this dictator that has people assassinated, man. Like,
Yeah.
people are crazy. I mean, Trump is bad, but I'm not like,
Everybody's
Trump is
crazy
coming
right
to,
now.
like, ruin the world. Like, Trump's just a bad politician. Like, I don't want him as my president. I'm not saying, like, he's a dictator. Like,
I mean, both candidates right now have their own terrible past,
Mm-hmm.
and it still amazes me each day to know that we ended up with these two people out of everybody we have in our country.
yeah, but whatever. But yeah, so they cut his internet access. Everyone freaked out. A couple days later, comes out Ecuador, the place where the Ecuadorian embassy he's staying. They cut it, and they were like, "Yeah, we don't like that he's interfering with U.S. politics. We don't think that's cool."
Did WikiLeaks tweet that?
No, I think they did like a couple days after that. They like gotta keep the buzz going, but yeah, it was just like, oh, and then people are still like, the U.S. pressured him, and then Ecuador said like, no, we did this on our own. Like we just don't think it's right that he should be interfering with an election across the ocean. It's like, hey, I agree. Yeah,
It's amazing that they're still like, no, but you can stay here, like you're safe here.
yeah, whatever.
Well, that might be kind of like a containment strategy too.
Yeah, but like he's got like WikiLeaks is separate. Julian Assange is like his own thing. Like WikiLeaks is run by a group. Whatever. Can we kill politics for a little bit?
That'd be
Can we move
wonderful.
on?
Yes,
That would
yes.
be wonderful.
All right. So let me do a quick little programming, do a little more news, and then we'll keep moving forward with our day. Actually, let's see what we need to do here first. Oh, we need to do town and campus. We'll do Isla Earth. Just keep listening, fam. And pow!
Welcome to Isla Earth. Everybody likes a comeback story. The underdog against all odds survives and thrives. Well, here's one in nature that's better than an award-winning movie. Africa's south coast once hosted a thriving sardine population. Bigger fish ate the sardines, then seabirds, mammals, and people ate those fish, and the food chain flourished. But the sardine fishery crashed in the 1960s due to overfishing, and it never recovered. The area became home mainly to tiny creatures that only jellyfish eat, and since most large marine critters consider jellyfish gross-out food, the food chain stopped there. Then along came the 6-inch bearded goby, a native to the region. This fish entered the scene because gobies have a taste for one particular meal, jellyfish. And unlike other sea life, gobies remain for hours in anoxic or oxygenless water and in mud, hiding safely from predators while they nosh on a yummy repast of dead, sunken jellyfish. That means the goby population exploded, and that's drawn back mackerel, hake, porpoises, sea lions, and seagulls, which all find gobies quite tasty. This real-life ecosystem rebirth makes for a comeback story that rivals a box office flick any day. Learn more at islaearth.org. Isla Earth is recorded on the campus of California State University, San Bernardino, and produced by the Catalina Island Conservancy, because Earth is an island.
All right. Earth is an island. Gobies. Goby fish. You ever had? I don't even know what they look like. I'm gonna look up what they look like. Okay, got music playing. All right, so I want to continue on with the news. It's a little. Actually, I was gonna say a little lighter, but the next topic is judge sides with Planned Parenthood over Mississippi abortion law.
That's not lighter at
Let's
all.
get light.
Yeah, it's real light.
Let's get
Talk about
fluffy. I only did this because I know that Hannah will pipe up when I read this, so it'll be interesting to get her mad. So, story. This is on Reuters. I don't know. The good one. This is supposedly the good news source. A federal judge on Thursday sided with women's health provider Planned Parenthood in a lawsuit aiming to block a Mississippi law that barred medical providers that perform abortions from participating in the state's Medicaid program. The decision by U.S. District Judge Daniel Jordan III, is the latest in a string of rulings striking down similar laws elsewhere in the country against the women's health provider. Blah, blah, blah. Essentially every court to consider similar laws has found that they violate federal law. Yeah, I would agree. So.
Did you hear that specific women's health provider?
Yeah.
Yeah, just want to make sure.
Yet another court has said it's unacceptable for politicians to dictate where women can go for their health care. Planned Parenthood Federation of America President Cecil Richards said in a statement, Planned Parenthood will fight for our patients at every turn. Hillary Clinton said something about that in debate too. She was like, I stand with Planned Parenthood. And like, she made a point. She's like, it's because they asked, I think the moderator asked, like, would you repeal Roe v. Wade? And she was like, no, I think Roe v. Wade is good. Like, I don't think the government has any right telling women what they can and can't do with their body. And it was like, finally somebody said it. Like,
Yeah.
Liberals are not like, let's kill babies. It's like, we just think like basic freedoms are basic freedoms. Like, it's your body.
It's not anyone's business. Like,
No.
it's not the government's business.
And that's a blurry line too. Like that sets, I mean, does that open up opportunity for them to be like, well, we can tell you what you can and can't do with your reproductive health. What other things can we
That's
tell
what
you?
it, yeah,
Like,
that's what I mean. It's not any business of theirs.
So that's interesting. So at least Mississippi was on the right side.
Shocking, Mississippi.
Here's lighter news. Did you see Nintendo's new Switch?
Oh no, but this is exciting.
So
Let's see
Nintendo's
more.
got a new console out. This probably isn't. No, we're not gonna. So there's it's all over the news. So essentially, it's like it's a mobile and a static platform all in one. So like their Wii U tanked. The Wii U did really bad.
Yeah.
And I guess this is like it allows you to. It's like a tablet that you plug in and you can play on your TV. Like it projects on your TV and you can play on your TV. And then it's got the controller expands and then you can grab the tablet with the controller and then go elsewhere with it. Yeah.
Ooh.
It's a cool idea. I don't know, or it doesn't expand it. Like you take the grips off and you can grab the tablet and it looks like a huge PSP. It looks cool. We'll see.
Interesting. I mean, it's essentially a new version of the Wii U.
Yeah. It is though. it's just a new version of the Wii U.
We spent 5 years and we came up with this.
Did
a new
anyone
U.
even use the Wii, like for
Kids.
anything other than bowling? Wii bowling.
Was
The Wii U is different. The Wii U is handheld,
Oh,
like with a
handheld.
screen.
This is
the
our-
big. It was a big. It was
Yeah.
about the size of a keyboard.
It was big. I mean, this looks a little more portable, a little cooler, and it's supposed to be like multimedia, I guess, too, like so you can watch
Okay. See now
movies and
that
stuff. That's cool.
could be. See, I don't know if.
Oh, it's a
the-
remote. That's cool.
Oh, that's neat. I didn't
Yeah.
know I had a remote. See, I didn't know if the Wii U did that or not. The multimedia.
I don't
thing.
even
didn't know if
know.
it was just a console or what. I mean, I kind of fell out of Nintendo once I.
Yeah,
grew
Nintendo
up.
has suffered. But I mean, I was reading an article on like Nintendo does have a core fan base. Like, people will always love Nintendo games.
Very dedicated fan base.
Oh, Hannah apparently is a dedicated Nintendo fan, even though she didn't know what the Wii U was. But
Don't forget about
you know,
me.
yeah.
Oh.
No, Nintendo games will always just be like light, wholesome fun. You know,
Yeah.
like, you don't like a Nintendo game. You can usually sit down and play for like 30 minutes and feel good. Like you're like, oh, that was fun. You don't
Yeah,
have to
it's
get
like a
super
short-term
dedicated.
console.
Yeah.
You know.
Except when you have to drop Yoshi and Super Mario
And they're cheap.
World.
So it's looking
They're
like
cheap.
from this video, they're showing off more
Wait a
up-to-date
minute.
titles. Yeah, instead of just like the basic Nintendo stuff, because that looked like NBA
Yeah, it did.
2017.
Does
So-
it have a price for it yet, or have
I
they
didn't
announced that?
see one. I think they just revealed it the other day, so I doubt they've got a
okay.
price yet.
Probably not yet.
Yeah, NBA
That-
2K,
Doesn't. I mean, the more I see this video, the more I think
Elder
it's-
Scrolls.
It's. Oh wow! So they're
That's-
really going to.
they're really taking it.
more,
But they're saying that it doesn't. It's not supposed to directly compete with PS4 and Xbox One. Interesting.
No, I mean Nintendo's never really tried
No.
to. Besides with the original Wii, I think they gave them a run.
Well, yeah, the Wii
the
stomped everybody.
Well, the 64, but I mean, what was
Yeah.
that one? The
Man,
64. I mean, that was
64
still
was the
really
best.
early.
Yeah,
I love the 64. I
Yeah.
would take a 64 over most modern.
I never
consoles.
had one.
They
I
are
was a
so
Sega kid.
fun.
I had a Sega.
Sega kid.
I was a Sega kid.
Yeah.
Sonic all the way. So yeah, so stay tuned for that. It's called the Nintendo Switch. It looks pretty cool. Looks pretty cool. So go check that out. What else in news? I don't want. Man, there's so many. Like, I picked all really sad news topics. 'Cause, like, it was kind of. This is a cool like outcome though. Like, so there was the RNC in like North Carolina, I think, Orange County, North Carolina, was firebombed, which should tell you how crazy this election is getting. Like, it was firebombed, and which is terrible. And I don't think anybody was injured. But afterwards, I think it was the DNC or like a DNC chapter or whatever somewhere started a Kickstarter or a GoFundMe or something to help pay for this, and like they went way over their goal, and like because people were donating all over, and I was like, that's pretty cool. Like that's a happy outcome.
Yeah, to see the parties kind of
That's what I
work
was gonna
together.
say.
Not
Yeah,
the parties,
you
just
know.
people be like,
Oh,
oh,
yeah,
that
true.
sucks. And
I
so
think
they,
it's cool that the DNC came in. I mean,
yeah,
disagree with the RNC all you want, but they don't deserve to be firebombed.
No,
yeah,
of course not.
but then I mean then you got people like Trump saying animals representing Hillary Clinton and Dems in North Carolina just firebombed our office in Orange County because we are winning. It's like, dude, that's not helping anything.
it's not
man.
helping, and you can't jump to conclusions
No.
like that.
Well, and it's like people are already doing violent acts. Like, don't instigate more. Like,
No,
bad.
there's
Anyway,
already enough hatred.
yeah, it was a cool story though.
Need no
That
more.
at least at the end, people came together and tried to put a little faith back in humanity. Okay, we can talk about this and then we can move on to some our fun stuff. I got to do town and campus news as well. The whole thing in ISIS is happening. The push to Mosul is happening
Yeah.
right now. And I've heard conflicting opinions. Like some headlines are like, it's going really well, it's actually easier than they thought. And other ones are like, it's crazy out here, like, wow.
Yeah,
And
I
it's
mean,
like,
with news, I mean, especially with the bigger networks, like I don't want to be too biased, but
Yeah.
I try to stay away from the bigger networks
You have
because
to.
they have. I
They
mean,
have
I
an
don't want to
agenda.
say they for sure have an agenda, but to me, it
Oh, it's
really
biased.
seems so
It's
much
biased.
biased, and it just strikes fear in the
Yeah.
nation. So
oh
that-
yeah. I've pretty consistently, I go to BBC. My thinking is like, well, they're like removed.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's still sensationalized. Like BBC is still garbage, but for UK, like, it's better.
mean,
I guess you should read
BBC,
like Reuters and
I'm actually a pretty big fan of Vice News.
I liked Vice. They go, they
To a
ebb and
degree.
flow. Yeah, they
That-
ebb and
That's
flow.
the thing. Like sometimes they get really agenda bound.
Well,
and
because
then-
the Koch brothers, Fox News owns Vice.
oh wow,
yeah,
I
they
didn't
bought
know
it. They
that.
bought them a couple years back.
I should have
yeah.
looked into that more.
It's you pretty much have to look to like international news websites, and they're less sensationalized. But it really stinks. Like in the modern age, you have to check multiple news sources. Like you can't just be like, news journalists. Why don't you guys do your job? That'd be cool if I didn't have to like think. We're like, all right, what are they really trying to say here?
Yeah, but that would be too easy.
So yeah, it'd be too easy. But so that's happening. Hopefully it goes well. Hopefully it goes well. It's that place is a nightmare.
It is.
And good luck to them dudes. So do town and campus, and then we're gonna talk about being old because this is growing pains, and we've got
We
some
specifically experienced
yeah
it.
we've got some
Yeah.
growing pains.
For
so
sure.
I'll just quickly, there's not a lot. So how many other, we'll go through these real quick. So October 22nd, University Police Lieutenant Oscar Kemp, in partnership with Sigma Tau Gamma Fraternity at Missouri S&T, will host a cops and miners paintball tournament to raise money for Special Olympics Missouri on Saturday, November 5th. For more information, contact Officer Kemp, or it's Lieutenant Kemp, at 573-201-6627 or cops.verse.miners@gmail.com. That sounds really cool. Go check it out. Letters Home is performing the Griffin Theater, put on by the Griffin Theater Company. It puts the wars in Afghanistan and Iraqi front and center by bringing to life actual letters written by soldiers serving in the Middle East. This play gives audiences a powerful portrait of the soldiers' experiences while deployed and separated from family and loved ones. Sounds cool. leechtheater.mst.edu for tickets. That's October 24th. Go check that out. And I think there's advertisements all over campus for that too. Access to capital for veteran-owned small businesses. All are welcome, veterans and non-veterans. Veterans and non-veterans are invited to attend this event Wednesday, November 2nd from 11:30 a to 1 p. to learn more about options for accessing capital for startup businesses. Contact Angie Wells at angela.wells@sba.gov, or it's that long link from last week. A lot of this stuff, Town and Campus News, you can find at camenr.org/Town and Campus, and you can see all the links and stuff. It makes it a lot easier because some of these links are atrocious, and I refuse to announce them. St. Pat's Celebration Committee is now accepting nominations for Queens and Knights for the 109th Annual Best Ever St. Pat's. If your organization is interested in nominating a Queen or Knight, contact Alex Molnar at aemzq8@mst.edu. Could he not use his personal email? All forms and fees are due by November 28, 2016, and there's a late fee for all submissions submitted after the cutoff date. Merch will be sold on campus every weekday in front of the Curtis Lawn Wilson Library from 9 to 4 until the celebration. You can also buy merchandise on Saturdays during usual business hours in front of Walmart, Price Chopper, and other businesses around Raleigh. Man, they got that on lock. So yeah, do that. There's a blood drive coming up November 3rd in Havener, St. Pat's rooms A and B, from 11 to 5. Donors can give inside the Havener Center on the S&T campus in Raleigh from 11 a to 5 p.m. Thursday, November 3rd. Your website is stuco.mst.edu. Res Hall Week, October 29th. The Residence Hall Association Missouri S&T invites you to celebrate our residential community during our annual Res Hall Week. Throughout the week of October 23rd, RHA will be hosting free events every day across campus. Whether you're living on campus currently or want to support your old residence hall, we invite you to join us for fun and festivities. For more information, check out the rha.mst.edu or visit our Facebook page by searching at S&T RHA. Go check that out, rha.mst.edu. Go do that. FAFSA help in the Student Success Center, November 3rd. The priority deadline for the free application for federal student aid has changed to February 1st for Missouri S&T. To help you through the FAFSA process, peer counselors will be stationed in the Student Success Center on November 1st, 2nd, and 3rd from 10 a to 1 p. Daily, stop by to fill out your FAFSA, ask any questions you may have, and eat some free food. You can always get down with free food, so go check that out. Finally, oh sweet, there's a book sale coming up at the public library. Raleigh Public Library is holding a Friends of the Library book sale Thursday, November 3rd from 5 to 8 p.m. for members only, but you can join the group at the door. November 4th and 5th will be open to the public from 9 a to 5 p. each day. RaleighPublicLibrary.org. Man, they got that on lock, members only.
It's official.
Whoa. So like I said, any of these Town and Campus news links you can find at kmnr.org/Town and Campus. Go check it out. There's always stuff going on. Also, I guess I should probably plug Freakers a little bit. So let me do the Freakers promo, and then we'll tell you our story of the night and get moving with life, I guess. We'll be right back.
It's that time of the year again. Freakers Ball is right around the corner. On Saturday, October 29th, get ready to get lost in the jungle with some of the greatest talent from the St. Louis area. Featuring Middle Class Fashion, Auto Magic, and Sleepy Kitty. Doors open at 7 o'clock and the show starts at 7:30. There will be a cash bar for those over 21, and shuttles from Havener every 15 minutes. This year's theme, the jungle. All this for the low, low price of free. Costumes are encouraged but not required. This message is brought to you by your friendly DJs at KMNR 89.7 FM, Rolla, Missouri. Hope to see you there.
So yeah, go check out Freakers. It's fun. Every year it's fun. I think I'm going, guys. So you'll see my beautiful face there, and you can tell me I'm wrong about Trump, and he's awesome, and we'll cry together as our country burns. It'll be fun. So, title of the show, Growing Pains.
Yes.
So, let's talk about it. What happened?
Wow, I don't even know where to start.
I don't even know.
I mean,
we got to recap it, right?
Yeah. I think we should recap first.
Okay. So last night, I don't even know all the details. You go ahead. Recap. We went to a show last night.
Okay, so we went to a show in St. Louis.
Yeah.
Do the big drive up there. Walk up to the venue, and as usual, there's the big line of people waiting to get into the door, and we immediately noticed that we're at least 4 to 5 years older than everybody else waiting in line for the door.
Oh,
and
they were dressed. Oh,
yeah. Yeah, like the what year? Like the 2008 to 2010 Scene Kid.
Yeah.
So, like, and
were you a Scene Kid?
Who wasn't a Scene Kid
That's
for a
true.
minute?
I
So,
was a
I
Scene
mean,
Kid.
everybody went through at least. I mean,
I was not
a
cool.
year's worth of being a Scene Kid, but
Oh, only a year.
I'm itching
oh, that's
to
why I said
bring
at
it back.
least.
Yeah, you are
Bring
itching
it
to bring it back.
Band T-shirts and
It's okay. Like those kids evolve into hipsters. That's their next evolution.
I think that's safe to say.
Yeah, I agree. So anyway, so we walked up, see the youngins. Immediately, no, we made a mistake.
No, it was a good.
No,
we
it
didn't
was
make
fun.
a mistake.
I didn't really make a mistake.
Well, I think it was pretty cool though. For the first time, we could be like, "Wow, look at that line. Let's go find a bar."
You could just completely
We're old
avoid
enough
it.
this time. You don't have to drink in your car.
No, just
It's true though. Everybody does it.
after fake pregame, you can actually just
Yeah,
go
we
and
can
get
actually go.
drinks.
And we got food. It was like whoa.
It was nice. It was
Growing
like-
up has its
like
perks.
kind of an
We
adult.
have our own money.
Yeah, we have our own money.
Mom only gave me $20 for
Yeah.
a ticket.
Mom doesn't
so-
have to drop. I don't have to get out of the sliding door minivan. And be
Yeah.
like, what's up, guys? I'm still hardcore. Check out my hair. See this deep V?
come and find me in the pit at this punk pop show.
So okay, so we saw. I know the headline was Dance Gavin Dance, so that was like primo.
They did
That's
an
primo
amazing
like
job.
hardcore.
Yeah,
Like well, back in the
Well,
day, that was
yeah,
like
they're-
that was pretty.
they're like soft hardcore.
Yeah, but like for the scene, that was a common name. Like
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, but I don't remember who else played.
Good Tiger was first,
Okay.
and they were interesting.
Yeah.
The front man looked like Lil Dicky.
He did.
I just thought of that this morning, actually.
Yeah.
He had like a weird, like he thought he was a really good singer.
Oh yeah, he did.
Yeah, and it's not that they were bad,
Yeah.
because I don't want to say that they were bad, but they were an interesting group, to say the least. I don't know if I've heard a band that sounds like them.
There was a lot of openers. That was surprising. I was like, man, you guys got 3 openers. Like
They had
That's a
another
lot.
Yeah,
one.
we missed like the
They had-
local opener, like
yeah, they had
White
a
Noise or
4.
something like that. I don't know, but
I actually think I've seen them in Springfield. That
That's
sounds familiar.
I think I'm fairly sure they're a Missouri
It's a
band.
lot of openers though.
Yeah, there is. I mean, it was a big ticket.
Huh.
And then next was Hail the Sun.
Was that the drummer singer?
That was
Yeah.
the drummer singer, and then
were not
just
a
singer
big-
for a couple
not a big
songs, and then
fan.
drummer singer again.
I liked their music was good. I just didn't like the guy's personality. Like I didn't like I don't know. He was too cocky for where he is in his career.
Yeah, I can see that.
and his fame. I was
I
like, you
feel
gotta
like
calm down a little bit, dude.
He really liked Chiodos when he was
Yeah.
growing up.
Or Circus Survive. He sounded like Circus Survive. All primo.
Yeah, I got a lot of Circus Survive
Oh, just
sounds
me then.
from it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Hannah.
Oh, Chiodos. I mean, I see it. but I mean, I've listened to them a little bit more than you guys have.
Yeah.
So seeing them live, I can definitely see where you get the Chiodos thing from.
Just his high notes. His,
Yeah.
like,
It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. Like, I'm just being a hater. Like, that's not even a real judgment. Like, well, if he's not a nice musician. Like, the music was good. So, who was next?
Then it was the Contortionists.
The
biggest
didn't like
letdown
them.
of the night.
I did not like them. Everyone made it sound like this is gonna be brutal, and the guy looked brutal. The guy looked like a
he
Parkway
did.
Drive type dude, and I was like, all right, this is gonna get
I was
crazy.
getting ready.
But then he just sang, but he wasn't even good singing. I was like, what are you doing,
it
dude?
was
Like,
it was
mumbled.
heavy for a couple songs
Yeah.
straight.
It was like trance metal
yeah, and they had
in
like
a weird
they had like
psychedelic way.
they had like an 8-piece band too. Like
Yeah,
they had like what two
they
or
had
three
two
guitarists.
a keyboard player, two keyboard players
think they had
because
two,
the lead singer
yeah.
played keyboard too, and then the bassist and drummer.
Dude,
so I
you-
mean,
let's put this out right now. You cannot be a hardcore frontman and play the piano.
no,
Not while they're trying to be hardcore.
No.
I
How you
don't
gonna
think
how you
so.
gonna thrash with?
How you gonna
Don't even
crabcore,
don't
man?
even don't even
How you
give
gonna
me
I don't know.
stop?
I just don't think headbanging and playing a piano
Yeah.
go together very well. I've seen it done a lot.
All of his verses though built up. Like it was those low build ups that like you're like all right it's getting, and then he just back.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, let down.
building. Oh, and it's soft and beautiful.
People were
instead
active,
of-
like the crowd too. Like the pit was like, oh, this is gonna be crazy, and I was like, sweet, let's do it. And then it just kind of was like nothing.
which
And then Dance
surprised
Gavin
me.
Dance came down.
Yeah,
They were
which, That
They
was
did amazing.
wow.
I can honestly tell you, I've only ever listened to one of their songs ever. I was like, Dance Gavin Dance. I've heard a lot of people really like them. I'll go. That sounds fun.
Oh man,
It was pretty
They were-
cool. It was loud. My ears, I got like tinnitus, man.
Yeah.
Like,
their speakers were screaming. I mean, we talked
man,
about
we
that
sound
last
old.
night,
We
but-
sound so old.
we really do.
My ears
That's the
hurt.
point, though.
Yeah. So
That's the growing pains part.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we woke up. We went to the show. Tons of fun. Get back this morning, and we all were in the pit.
Yeah.
Well, we wake up. We
all were in the pit.
Yeah, we didn't have a choice. We were in the middle and getting.
Not even a choice. I
tossed
wanted to
around.
be in the
well,
pit.
I mean, I wanted to be too, but
I was worried
it
though I
was-
was gonna look awkward, like being like older. But luckily I'm short, so things work out.
yeah, I'm 6'4", so I stuck out like a sore thumb. I was like, here's this big
But
dude just
people
standing in
just-
the middle getting pushed around.
Yeah, but people didn't really mess with you.
Yeah.
No, not really.
Because nobody messes with the 6 foot something dude. They just kind of like, yeah, I mean, that's your spot. Cool. You can keep that
That's
spot.
like we were talking about last night. You don't mess with the quiet ones.
Yeah, yeah. The guys that are like solid and quiet in the pit are the guys you just. Oh yeah, good spot, good choice, man.
You
like
picked
what
a
you're doing
great
over
Can I
there.
sit on your shoulders?
That's you, Colin.
But it was fun. I had fun.
It was good. I mean, they put on a hell of a show.
Yeah. And
was-
yeah. And we got into kind of a tussle with this dude in the pit.
Yeah, that happened. I mean, you're gonna run into that
Yeah,
at every show, though.
there's-
There's always that one guy.
There's always that guy.
It's just that guy.
But today we woke up. I don't feel that bad. I think I jammed my thumb, but like, like my thumb hurts.
My
Is that a
finger
complaint?
hurts.
Yeah. But
I'm-
you guys are feeling a little.
I'm wrecked.
Yeah,
Really?
I'm stiff.
Hannah
I'm
got thrown
sore.
around the pit a little bit though. You're a little girl. You should probably stay out of some of those. Okay, I'm glad. But it was fun. I had a lot of fun. But let's talk about that growing up part, because that's why I did this show. Because it's like I'm at a unique part in my life where it's like you're seeing your younger years and you cringe, but you're looking forward. Like, all right, let's not do that again. Like, let's be a little wiser this time. We know a little bit more, and like. So it's like growing pains, and you're gonna stumble along and whatnot, and this is definitely part of it. And it's weird. I don't know. It's like an end of a chapter. Honestly, the hardcore era for me, the chapter ended a little bit ago. I still like to go to shows, but I don't really listen to the music anymore.
I still frequently listen to the music, but in a different way
Yeah.
than I used to. Like I take it for more so like instead of like angsty lyrics and
Yeah.
this and that, it's more like the arrangement of everything together.
I was all about those angsty lyrics.
Oh,
Group
who wasn't,
vocals.
though?
Group vocals.
Group vocal. Yep. Group vocals and group claps and
Group vocals. Warp
but-
Tour. I want to go to. I loved Warp Tour. Warp Tour was so much fun.
parents get in for free.
What?
Yeah.
Is that true?
It is.
You want to be my son?
We might have to do that the other way around.
Yeah.
But we can make it work.
But I'm afraid to go because I feel like I'll ruin it. Like so far, my last memories of Warped were fun. I don't want to be like old and go, and then like my last memory of Warped be like, wow, remember that time we were like way old and
Nah,
dressed
there's
wrong?
Old people. Nah, there's old people that go to work.
I was gonna say, I remember whenever
Like,
I went the 2 years.
The old punky.
Yeah, but
dads.
I'm not an old punky dad.
Some of those people are coming back out to Warped Tour now.
Really?
Because of the new punk pop kind of
Yeah.
scene going on. Like,
Maybe I need to go
it
to
really
festivals.
doesn't make sense,
I've never
but
been to a festival.
it's working out. We should go to Warped Tour. this
I would
summer.
go. Yeah,
Just
I would
regret
go
it.
especially for like a throwback year. Like
Oh.
if they
You have
had
to see. Well,
the
let's,
lineup.
who is the lineup out?
No,
I don't think so.
No, they don't announce
yet.
till like.
Because
March.
it just happened.
Oh yeah, it did. Summer and summer. I don't know. I don't know. I want to go to a festival. I've never been to a festival. I'd like to go to like Coachella.
I'd love to go to Coachella.
something.
Or
What's the one in
even though
Chicago?
I'm not at
Lollapalooza?
Lollapalooza.
yeah, Lala
Lala would be
or
sweet.
Bonnaroo. And
Bonnaroo.
I'm not even into EDM, but EDC would be fun to go to.
It would be cool. Yeah,
Just for the
just to
experience
do
in
it once.
itself.
Yeah, I would like to go to something big like that. But I also like I've heard it's not great. Like because
a
it's
lot
a
of mixed
ton of
things
people.
about it. Or
Probably
I mean,
really
like
dirty.
South by Southwest just scares me.
I don't even know what that is.
It's a big
Just another big
music
one?
festival in Texas, but it's bigger, more well-known names.
Hmm.
For the most part, they have their days with like the indie scene
Hmm.
and this and that, but
Yeah, I don't know. It's just so expensive. Those tickets are like
another
what,
thing.
$500,
and
$600.
then not to mention another couple hundred just to travel out
get there.
whether you're driving or flying.
And then you gotta have like food and amenities. And it's like
Hotel
oh
room,
yeah,
it adds up quick.
yeah.
Very, very quick.
Not for me, but whatever. So how old did you feel? I felt pretty old.
I felt pretty old, but not as old as I thought I would.
Yeah, the pit is the great equalizer.
Yeah.
Because I got in there, I was like, this is fine.
After the little incident that happened that we won't talk about, and I turned around and was walking through everybody that was behind us,
Yeah.
I noticed that there were a lot of older faces, like
Really?
that looked like our age or a little bit
They're
more.
just like hanging out in the back.
And I mean, they were all at least over 21.
Huh.
So, which another
That
thing
puts
that
the age
really
group on.
surprised me.
Yeah.
Because the band Dance Gavin Dance, in an interview recently, they were talking about how with their past two records, they've been getting more younger fans and have lost some of the older fans from their earlier
Makes
years
sense.
and
Trying to
earlier records.
transition.
And now they're all coming back. So it's a big mixture of ages, and they've noticed that.
That's interesting.
I don't know. I didn't think about it until the very end of the show, and I know. I mean, not in big numbers, but
Yeah, but somewhat
more
somewhat
so than
coming-
I expected.
Well,
es-
Dance Gavin
especially
Dance
for
was
St.
also
Louis.
kind of like on the fringe, like the hardcore kids. I mean, everybody knew about Dance Gavin Dance, but it was like a specific group of people that liked like Johnny Craig, like Emarosa, Seosin, Circus Survive, Dance Gavin Dance. It was like a different crowd.
Yeah, all that.
The
that
singing ones.
different.
'Cause it was less
It's
hardcore.
almost a different genre.
Yeah,
in
it's not as
themselves, and I mean,
hardcore.
I would say
love or hate genres,
yeah,
but
Johnny Craig is not. I mean, he doesn't fit because his voice.
he's a
is,
soul singer.
yeah, his
Yeah.
voice
I mean,
is so completely
It just
different.
oozes soul, and for them to put him in a band or him to be in a band where it's more heavier music, but yet the softer
worked.
side of his
Yeah.
vocals, it fit together so well.
No, I was
was-
impressed. It was a good
it
show.
was different.
I liked the venue too, the Ready Room.
Yeah, Ready Room was a
I've
great
never
venue.
been there. Great place.
I
it is.
love small venues like
It
that.
wasn't that small. Like it didn't feel that small.
No, it felt a lot bigger than it really was, I think, because from the outside, whenever you're looking through the window, it
Yeah.
looks like a tiny place.
No, I
Looks
was
really
like
tiny.
I liked it too that like you could step out and go to the bar and it was pretty open like in the back and I was like this isn't bad.
It was arranged real well. Like the sound booth wasn't just like right in the middle of
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah, it was fun. I don't know. I definitely when we walked up I felt out of place, but it was fine. At the end it didn't really matter. It's just it's interesting to see like these chapters kind of fade out. Like I was a huge Mice and Men fan and now in part due to them like kind of going garbage, but also like I'm just kind of like I don't. The angst is gone.
Yeah, the angst is definitely gone. Like I still go back and listen to their old stuff, but man,
Yeah.
the direction that they went.
Whole nother thing. Whole nother ball game.
The last show we went to was brand new, so comparing brand new.
Yeah, here I am
to
talking
that
about
last
I don't like
night.
angsty music anymore. Went and saw brand new.
Yeah, brand new is
My favorite
much
band,
older.
though.
Like the fan base is much older.
Yeah, those guys were old. It was weird too because that was like one of the first shows I've been to where you just stand.
Yeah.
Like
There
and it was
wasn't
a
much
big
of
it was a
a-
big place, but you just kind of stand.
They sold out the Midland. It was the
Yeah.
Midland in Kansas City.
It was a big
And-
deal, and they brand new tickets aren't cheap either. Like
No, they
60,
were not.
60, 70 dollars, doll hairs.
Dollars.
But yeah, that was interesting. I don't know, it was still fun, and I kind of liked it because then you get like, you know, especially with a band like Brand New, because it's like, well, I'm here for the music. I love Brand New.
The experience,
The
man.
experience,
But
man.
Circus Survive opened.
I like Circus Survive though. I'm a big fan of them. That's still, yeah.
They've
bounce
been going
around.
for a long time.
They've been going for a long time because they were kind of old when I was.
And
in
they've
high
had
school.
Anthony Green the whole time, correct?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so. Well,
See-
I think he jumped to Seosin and then.
Oh yeah, for sure.
See, that's
I don't
another
know.
thing though.
Seosin has been stealing singers from all over
Yeah.
the place because Tillian, who's with Dance Gavin Dance now, tried out for Seosin.
Really?
Before
That's
he
another
got the
thing
Dance Gavin
too.
Dance gig.
Like maybe that's that's a sign that I'm kind of like out of the culture of it. Like that was like a thing. Like because there's so much drama in the whole genre of like hardcore, like emo, whatever
yeah,
music,
there
not emo
is.
music, but like punk, quote unquote. There's so much drama and like people moving around and blah blah blah. And like I just stopped caring. I stopped caring even I think when I was in it though. Like I just
It's a mess.
too much to
It's really a mess.
just to be like great.
I mean,
like-
even certain bands because I use Dance Gavin Dance as an example because they're such a good example with lineup changes and fans literally battling one another over the internet.
Oh, and it
on
becomes
certain things.
like Hannah has a friend that is like knows everything about everything, every band hardcore, and it like uses it as like a one up, and it's like it's cool that's your hobby, man, but like I don't care. Like I really don't care. Like they just don't. You can do that, but don't. You're not superior because you
Don't
got all
push
this
it.
band. You got whatever.
No, like if you have the knowledge, like you can share it
Knowledge.
and not be
Yeah.
whatever the word is that I'm looking for that I can't find. 'cause
Oh,
I'm too
we
tired
know.
of this.
We know. You just can't say it on the air.
I don't know about that. Okay, you might be right.
We're like out of time, so any closing remarks, anything you want to say, fam?
Even if you feel too old, still go to that concert.
Yeah,
Yeah.
go to that concert.
You won't
It's
regret
fun.
it.
It's still fun. You're gonna wake up sore, and it's gonna feel great. It's honestly gonna be more rewarding because
Yeah.
you're like, I earned it.
It really is. It's
Yeah.
like I can still hang.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Keep growing up. I guess that'll be our quote for the day. I won't even give you some angsty anti-quote. So, this is Growing Pains every Friday, 10 a.m. You've been listening to KMNR 89.7 FM, Rolla, Missouri. See you next week.